Yo guys, in this video I'm going to be listing who I think are Khabib's biggest threats if he decides to come out of retirement. Before I do, I have a few honourable mentions: Conor McGregor, Colby Covington, Kamaru Usman and Diego Ferreira. Number 4, Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Now this pick is going to be controversial and I know there's pretty much no chance this fight ever happens, and Cowboy did not look that great against Nico Price. But I do believe if he is focused, he does have one of the best skill sets to beat Khabib. I believe Cowboy is one of the best grapplers in the lightweight division. He's only ever suffered one submission loss, and that was when he was caught with a guillotine by Benson Henderson from the bottom. I believe he would also try and engage Khabib in grappling, which I don't think many other fighters would do, because he said after his win over Al Iaquinta, if he ever fought Khabib, he would try and put Khabib on his back and take him down. And I think if Donald could engage in grappling and take away the takedown threat that Khabib has, he could seriously outstrike him. Also, even if Khabib got Cowboy on his back, I believe Cowboy will be the best person who fights off their back who Khabib's ever fought. I don't think he's ever fought anyone on Cowboy's level on their back. I also believe Cowboy's combinations would work well against Khabib because Khabib likes to duck back, likes to move back with his head up high and his chin up when people are engaging him in striking, and he's not winning the striking combinations when he's moving back fast. And I think Donald could get a combination off on that. As well as this, like I said earlier, though, I know there's a very small chance of this fight ever happening, and I just really wish that the fight could have happened in 2015 when it was supposed to originally, because I think it would have been Khabib's most competitive fight. I'm not saying Cowboy would have won, but I think he would have struck a lot of people. Number 3, Charles Oliveira. I believe Charles Oliveira has the second best BJJ in the lightweight division, only behind Diego Ferreira. And the way he used it against Kevin Lee defensively was really impressive. I believe he has a decent chance of beating Khabib. What makes me think that he has the potential to do it is he's a better striker, and I believe that will help him. What will also help him is his high-level BJJ. The reason I only had people like Colby and Usman as honourable mentions was I do not think it's a wrestler who's going to be the one to beat Khabib. I believe it's someone who's got the jiu-jitsu skills to deal with him on the ground and who won't mind being taken down. And I think that's Charles Oliveira. Like in the Kevin Lee fight, at a point he stopped really defending takedowns as long as he could get in guard. So I think if Charles Oliveira can be comfortable and confident in his striking, then I think he can win. I think he can beat him without even having to go to the ground if he's just confident if it goes there. And I believe he will be because as I said, I think he's got the second best jiu-jitsu in the lightweight division. So I think he will be, if he ever does fight Khabib again, it might be unlikely because Khabib wants to be 30-0. I think it would be a good fight, and I think it would be closer than people think. Number 2 is Tony Ferguson. Of course, this is the fight that myself and I know a lot of you guys want to see the most. If Khabib does come back, I think it is the fight to make. It's the one I'd like to see the most. And I think Tony's the second most likely to beat Khabib just because of a few factors, namely he's studied Khabib more than any other fighter. He's been training for Khabib for years, and we all know the fight fell out 5 times. And he's studied for him so much. Also, Tony Ferguson is the most unpredictable fighter. He'll throw sand in your face off the ground. He'll double up on spinning elbows. And I think he's a very awkward fighter to fight. And I think again he will, like, Justin was very nullified by Khabib's wrestling, by the threat. Like, I've never seen Justin be backed up like that. He was so worried about the takedown, and I don't think Tony will be in the same way because Tony's very high level on the ground. I'm not saying he's Khabib's level. I don't think he is, but I think he's got enough skill there to stop Khabib's grappling. I don't think Khabib could submit him. I just don't, and I think he can do damage to Khabib from the bottom, with his elbows. And Tony's got the best cardio in the division, maybe even in the UFC. Like, we've never really seen him breathing hard. So a lot of the guys start to get tired. Like, Justin gassed out in the second round of the Khabib fight, pretty much the first. So I think Tony will be able to keep up with his cardio, keep up with his pace, and I just think his unpredictability and cardio and his jiu-jitsu skills will be quite hard for Khabib to beat. But yeah. And number one is Gilbert Durinho Burns. I know he's not a lightweight anymore, so it's kind of cheating for me to put him in this list, but he's here for a few reasons. The first reason is, in my opinion, Khabib should have always fought a welterweight. I feel he was way too big for lightweight. The amount of weight he cut was so, like, he cut almost as much weight as Colby. He weighs more than Colby Covington weighs in walk around weight, so he's not like he'd be too small for welterweight. So I think he should have fought there, but he's also said in the past that he'd like to go up and fight for the welterweight belt. It might be unlikely now because he's maximum one more fight, but I think he may want to come if he can't get a GSP fight, and if for some reason he can't fight Tony, Gilbert Burns would make sense if Gilbert Burns can beat Kamaru Usman. Now, why I think Gilbert Burns is the man to beat Khabib? I think he's a man to beat Khabib because, first of all, he has incredible jiu-jitsu. Like, better than everyone I've listed on this list already. He's a multiple time world champion in jiu-jitsu. And also, he hits like a truck. His power is going to be completely there. He's not going to be worried about Khabib's takedown. And he's going to be throwing shots harder than Khabib's ever been hit before. So, Khabib's not going to have the threat of the takedown. So, he's not going to be piecing up Gilbert Burns. He's not going to have much of a strength advantage because he's going to be fighting someone closer to his real size. And yeah, I just don't see him. He's not going to dominate Gilbert Burns in the grappling because of the jiu-jitsu skill. And I can see Burns stuffing the takedown and powering him up. And even if he can't get him down, Khabib doesn't want to, like, there's no way their match on the ground is not competitive. It's not going to be Khabib catching an armbar like he did on Justin Gaethje and flipping it into a triangle. It's going to be a very competitive fight on the ground either way, however it goes. So, but I do think Gilbert Burns would beat Khabib. Okay guys, thanks for watching my video. Bless.